Aloha, beautiful high vibe tribe. Thank you for waiting. I hope everybody is well. Let me just bring up the comments and see who is in the house. Please let me know if you can hear me or see me. My name is PinkBella Aloha, and we're going to deep dive into some topics today, as well as I'm going to give you a download on what I've been clearing for the Mercury retrograde, which we're in right now. So how's everybody doing? Today is December 11th. And yeah, I'm a bit late. I apologize for that, but went a little bit longer on Rob's show. Aloha team, good to see you. Thank you. And also, yeah, got lots of information to share. So some of the deep dive topics I want to look at for us today is just have another look at, hi, Sarah. I want to just have another look at the Washington UFO scenario, just see if there's any other information that wants to come in for us besides what came in for Rob. I also going to have a little peek at the music industry because there's been way more, unfolding information about exposure. And then I want to look at, for that talk, I will say that the person named Diddy, from now on, I'll just call him Puff. And for Miss Swift Taylor, I'm going to just call her Swift. There we go. She was just in Vancouver with her show for a week, and so much happened, everyone. So that's what I wanted to talk about. Big shows, what happens with that energy, and what I worked on with the Galactics and the Dragons. I think that's all I put on my thumbnail. I can't really remember. You all as well. Can you all hear me okay? Is everything coming in loud and clear? And then I have two people that booked mini readings. I was going to run a different show, but I think at the end I'll just add the two readings onto this live today, and then that way, hi Raya, that way I can just finish up with one video today instead of another one, a third one. So how's everybody doing? Thank you everyone who's come over. Just waiting to see if any of the other tribe are going to come in. So thank you, everyone. You can see her. Perfect. Okay. So we have we have a very powerful galactic DNA activation portals coming up. We have the 1212 gateway on Thursday, but in essence, they're kind of key codes. Like when we see 1111 and 1212, it really is a reminder that we're here for something bigger than our human existence, that many of us are star seeds. I didn't get a chance to talk on Rob's show a little bit about the blue ray star seeds. I just shared a little bit. But if any of you have any questions while I'm talking, I will come in and say hi. But I just want to say hi to Dean and Sarah, Raya, Warrior for Truth. Welcome. And so I thought what I do is a reading for us for the 1212 gateway to see if there's any information that they want to give us. Then I'm going to let you all know about the huge transmission I've had about Mercury retrograde. How are you all doing? How you doing with the energies? We've had one. Okay, so last week Mars went retrograde, Neptune went direct, but we still are in Mercury retrograde, which has been very intense. That will start to move forward on the 15th. Then Neptune went direct, but then we had Mars retrograde and X-class flares. So yeah, last week was super, super intense. Aloha, Texas 555. Oh, you're welcome, Raya. That was amazing. Good. I love that. Okay. So I'm going to do just a collective reading for all of us. And if any of you come by and watch on replay, thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing this out. And this is going to be for whenever you listen to this. What other information do we need for the 1212 gateway? So in my experience, the first year that I knew about the 1212 gateway was 2012. And one year ahead of that time, I came back. I had just found out about PinkBella Aloha therapy. My higher self gave me the information when I was in Maui. I was in between houses. I went to visit a friend there who was staying there and working. Then I came back and I started to see 1111 on the clock. And then 1 year later, I was invited to go and do a 1212 activation with another starseed soul sister in Little Rock, Arkansas. And we just figured out today it's 12 years since we did that, and how much everything has changed, right? So it is the number sequences can be angel numbers, reminders from our higher self and our team about the magic that's happening in the day. They can be activations. So to me, from 12/12 until the solstice is a really powerful time to set intentions, manifestations, receive light codes. And I can already see they said there was an X-class flare coming in. So yeah, let me just say hi to a few people. Aloha, Alex. Thank you so much. Hopefully your reading resonated with you. Thank you for coming. Let me just see. Aloha. I'm just going to say hi to everybody. Aloha, Dean. Welcome, Sarah. Welcome, Warrior for Truth. Rye, you are more. I'm so glad you could join Rob's show today, the show that we did, and that you were able to come here as well. Thank you, Alex. Oh, good. Warrior for Truth. That's great. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that the information came in. Well, it helped too because I have Irish descent as well. So yay. Oh, thank you, Master Light. Thank you so much for being here. Aloha, Ruth. So Ruth, at the moment, you're one of the two readings. Are you okay if we do your reading as part of this live at the end? Let me know, because I thought instead of me hopping over to another video, since there's just two of you that booked today, that I could just tap on. So let me know if that's okay. You used to live in Little Rock for 5 years. Wow, that's amazing. And you know, my soul sister doesn't live there anymore. After that, she moved to Seattle, and now she's back in Texas. So super interesting. It's super interesting how everything has unfolded. Yeah, welcome everyone. Okay, thanks, Ruth. Yeah, because I thought that would be helpful. There's two readings. I'm going to do one for Maureen. She's asked about a soul mission and direction because her work role is changing. She's also like a healer and a high priestess as well. And then Ruth is looking for a wellness reading. And then actually, Ruth, yeah, if there's anything else you want to add on to, I will get that for you as well. Thank you. Yeah, Rob and I went quite a bit longer today than I thought, but that's okay. When it's hot, you roll, right? Okay, so this is for all of us right now. Crystal Skull Wisdom. I'm going to be posting something that came my way about the frequency of all of our teeth and what they mean. And so right off the bat, there could be some ascension symptoms, high frequency light codes from the 12/12 gateway to solstice, and high vibrational energy. So that would resonate with the X-class solar flare, the second one. We've had a lot of M-class. There's been a lot of solar activity the last 2 weeks. Then we have Temple of Truth. So this is connected to our throat chakra activation, which is very much connected to the Mercury retrograde. All the planets represent some of our chakras and parts of our body. So Mercury is connected with communication and our throat chakra. So we're going through a throat chakra activation. I can hear it. I sound different. And I'm going to sound different when Mercury goes direct to. My sun sign and rising sign are connected to Mercury. So I really feel it when Mercury goes retrograde. But anyway, those of us, like, we want to speak our truth. We want to be in our truth. Many of us feel like we can't be truly authentic, especially if we resonate with being a starseed. And we're just going to have to hang on for a little bit longer, but mainly living our truth is the most important thing. We don't necessarily have to be jumping up and down in front of the people that don't want to look at what we're talking about. And Rob and I got into that a little bit more, that some individuals that don't want to awaken are not actually human, they're NPCs. So that's a new piece of information that we kind of have to take into effect. And the other thing is that we are sharing by example. Oh, one more thing. So I talk about this all the time. See the nature, that's going to bring our nervous system peace through the holiday season and through from now through the solstice and Christmas. Like, either get out to nature as much as you can, or watch nature signs and listen to nature energy as well. That would really help. Like, as tired as I was yesterday, because I'm in the Northern Hemisphere, I'm outside of Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. It's getting dark at, like, the sun's going behind the mountains at like 20 after 4. So by 5, it's like it's sleep time. And I really pushed myself to go to the forest yesterday, and it was so worth it. Okay. Final message. Oh my God, this is connected. This is connected to my download from the Mercury retrograde karmic board clearing. I look at Mercury retrograde that we kind of get moved back into a previous timeline to help us clear everything out, declutter, so we can start fresh when Mercury goes direct. So that's what we've all been doing. Energetic clearing, rewriting our story, again, living our truth. So if we are in a reality, we have people around us, family, friends, work, coworkers, that they're not able yet to accept what the truth that many of us know, the awakening, the conspiracy theories that are not conspiracies. The fact that we're being moved into the spiritual awakening, we have to kind of accept that still at this point, and just know that the going and doing the inner work and knowing that our vibration will assist them. They will come to us when they're ready, and or maybe they won't come, you know. That's the other thing. So anyway, right now we're doing a lot of karmic clearing and clearing of timelines and rewriting our story. Oh, that's a good question. Okay. Great question. Does solar activity, space weather, magnetosphere activity, and Schumann resonance affect people? Yes, very much so. We're vibration. We feel everything. We feel when planets go retrograde. We feel, I'll put that back up. We feel everything. And the more empathic and sensitive and the more we expand our consciousness, the more we feel. So we're going to feel the solar. Some of us feel the solar flares before space weather lets us know that the X class is here. There's like 3 groups of us. So some of us feel it a couple days ahead. Some of us feel it the day they say that it's coming in, and then others feel it like a couple days later. It can bring up like not sleeping, waking up at like 3, 4 in the morning, being wide awake, feeling like you've had 20 cups of coffee, or it has the flip opposite. So exhausted, need to sleep for 12 hours. It's like crystallizing our DNA and bringing new DNA online. So our physical body has to adjust to that. We might be super hungry, not hungry at all. Headaches, ascension symptoms, and this year. So I usually only share about X-class flares. X-class flares are like, they're in that upper echelon level of like this, a 1,000-foot wave has come in as opposed to like a 300-foot wave. And that is really fine tuning us quickly. So we've already had, in the last few days, pretty well 2 X-class flares back to back. We've had more X-class flares this year than any other year. I started with all of this with the Schumann resonance. So the Schumann resonance shows us kind of a technical image of what Earth is receiving, what her vibration is, and that was sort of the beginning. There's lots of different countries around the world that show different results, but it sort of shows us where Gaia's at. And originally, when I talked about this, Gaia was the frequency of the Schumann, the heartbeat of the planet was 7.52 hertz. It hasn't been that for a couple of years. I haven't seen it spike over 100 for quite a while, but I feel like they're kind of tweaking what they're showing us now anyway, making it less. So I've seen like between 40 and 60 hertz, but still that's Gaia herself is raising her vibration. Okay. So absolutely, we are vibrational beings, and it's going to impact not only us, it's going to impact our pets. It's going to impact everything on the planet. It's really going to bring up irritation for those that don't know what's going on, for sure. Yeah. So anyway, just be aware of that. Okay. So that's happening there. Let me just pull a couple of more messages for us. I'll pull some dragon messages too. Then I'll get into the transmission. Yeah. What else do we need to know for the 1212 gateway? Number 17, rejuvenation, purification, healing shield. So yeah, this came in a couple weeks ago. Massive amounts of emerald green healing rays coming in. Some of you might see them. I have actually seen, it's sunny right now. If I look outside, I see it on the pavement. And of course, green is a healing ray. It's a healing frequency. It's strengthening and supporting us, but it's also healing the planet. It's healing air. The light is bringing everything that is dark to the surface, and then the green energy is healing everything, including the trees, and the plants and the animals. They need healing as well. Purification healing shield, number 17. So I'm hearing the solstice gateway, which is usually typically between the 20 and 22nd of December, which is like in the northern hemisphere, we're going into winter, southern into summer. They're saying by the 17th, we're really going to be feeling it. Okay. Purification healing shield. Some of you might be feeling a need to detox, like Rob was talking about, or to fast for a day or so, or just drink fluids. So yeah, I haven't been very hungry the last few days. So I'm already feeling it, but just go with the flow. Everybody is different. And just know that you're going through we're going through another powerful experience. Also, I started to realize many years ago that even Christmas Day, we were receiving quite a few galactic light activations from the Sirius star system. You know how in the stories, it's always like the bright star in the sky. So we're literally receiving galactic starseed downloads. And it's interesting that they created it around Christmas Day, which means most of us are so hustle and bustle, you can't really relax. But don't worry, it's not just Christmas Day. It's obviously going to start on the 17th, and it'll be a few days after Christmas Day. So it's all good. You can receive, and we're receiving them all the time anyway. Even when we're inside the house, we're receiving them. They're letting me know, especially in the Northern Hemisphere, even to be out at night under the stars would be so peaceful and helpful right now if you can't get out during the day. Okay. This is all to help us. This is the age of light. So this is all to help us. We've been training for this for lifetimes, and it's helping us remember who we are and why we came. All right. What else do I need to look at? Where's the other deck? I guess that's it. I'm going to pull a dragon and a crystal for us. And then just see if there's, and then I think I'll move into the transmission. Perfect. Oh, I love it. We got so this is perfect for blue ray star seeds, blue dragon from the Pleiades. Pleiades came in for a lot of readings on Rob's show. Prepares us to accept source healing. We're accepting a heart. So basically from now through the solstice, we're accepting a heart activation to give and receive heart. So everything we've been going through, we're going to be feeling replenished. So if you feel like you need to sleep more, do really take care of yourselves. And see that there's that blue healing light. So those of you who are a blue ray star seed, who do resonate with the Pleiadian system, the Sirius system, the Arcturian system, we're going to be receiving more energetic color ray support for our journey. I love that. The Pleiadians are really around us, supporting us at this time. Thank you, Master Light. Yeah, thank you everybody as well for liking and thumbs up for this video. That would be great. Interesting. Oh, I love it. Okay. So the Sunshine Yellow Dragon came in. This is a message for many of you who love animals, have pets, and also maybe you're wondering about your mission. So some of you are going to realize that you came in to help the animals and to be like an animal communicator. And so the Sunshine Yellow Dragon is just letting you know that you came in to help animals. But the other thing is that pay attention. This is what I do with my Starseed kitty. Oh, he's such a Starseed kitty. He's not at all like when I grew up and I had cats. This cat he's a galactic being. Like he tells me and talks to me all the time. So anyway, pay attention to your pets because they also feel the energy of the space weather, the Schumann resonance. Sometimes when planetary bodies move, they're not feeling well. So pay attention to them as well. They might need your extra attention and support at this time. Then a black dragon came in. Some of you may feel like you need to cocoon and rest, especially like this coming weekend. So do that, knowing that it's time to kind of go within, meditate. You're going through a metamorphosis and you're changing, and that you will feel rebooted. So for me, as an example, today I have lots of energy. The last 3 days, super tired, like needing a lot more sleep. So again, when you don't have energy, take care of yourself, rest. When you have energy, you will catch up on everything as well. And this is a very hectic time of year. There's a lot of pressure for everyone to be doing more things, being around more people. What's the other thing? Just there's lots of chaotic energy at this time. Be very careful when you're driving. I do notice that a lot of the collective are not really in their bodies when they're driving at this time of year. And I think it's because there's this overwhelming pressure to get a lot of things done. Even if you don't celebrate Christmas, that energy is collectively around the world, and it is there's a lot of pressure and stress and anxiety that the collective is expressing at this time. Okay, so it's important that we be at peace, we be grounded, and then we'll have a better experience. Okay, and it's interesting. The Arcturians have come in, the orange gold dragon from Arcturus. So the light codes that are coming in are bringing us knowledge, and schematics, each of us individually and as a starseed collective for the new golden age. We are carrying the energy of the future, and we're to be a guiding light. Yeah, so that's often why we need to sleep, so we can process what's been downloaded. I've been saying this for a long time, that many of you are receiving schematics for the future to help with the creation of new earth, and like new technology, and ideas to clean up the water, clearing poverty and homelessness. Like, there's so much that's coming that's going to be super awesome. So we have all been like persevering for this time, and it's still going to be a little bit wacky and zany, I feel, the first little bit of 2025, and I'll look at that soon. Okay, so I'm going to pull some crystal messages, see what wants to come in. Okay, bottom of the deck is hematite. So any type of grounding stone. Like, what's interesting about hematite's really good for clearing physical pain as well as keeping grounded. And it's also great for strengthening the mental thinking processes. Again, once Mercury goes direct on the 15th, it'll take a day or so, but it's like our communication will be all brought back online. But this will help if you need to be doing a lot of processing work, whatever, hematite's a really, really great stone to assist you right now. I'm just hearing as well, like any sort of grounding stone that you like whether it be like a smoky quartz. I'm just grabbing. I've been talking a little bit more about crystals lately, whether it be a big hunk of smoky quartz. I've got her on my desk, or black obsidian or shungite. Like, keep something with you that will help you stay neutral and grounded. It's super important. That'll help your root chakra stabilize. Oh, this is interesting. So bloodstone came in. Now this goes along with the transmission that I got from Mercury retrograde. This is actually detoxifying and purging ancestral energy, but it's also detoxifying our root, heart, and sacral, and our blood. So again, some of you might be called to do some type of clearing, like master cleanse, etc. Through this time frame. Okay, so just know that. Okay, can I even pronounce this? Chiastolite. So this is number 11. It's for the root chakra as well. So like, there's confirmation, but this is saying past loved ones. So this is also a really beautiful time of year. It can be very sad if we've lost people that we loved, absolutely, because we feel like we're not there, but you might also feel that they're there. The veils are getting thinner and thinner between the timelines and dimensions, and they're just letting me know that past loved ones do come and be around us at this time of year. So that's really comforting. And then finally, we have amethyst. And you can check out my previous video. I brought in benefits for amethyst and emerald and sapphire, because that's part of a new quantum healing package that I'm offering. But amethyst is beautiful. It's part of the quartz family. It's very powerful. And it helps us. I feel like at this time of year, one, it's protective, but two, it helps us sort of realign with our spiritual connection, through our third eye and our crown chakra, no matter what's going on in our reality. So as an example, if you by any chance are, working at a busy office job, or you're commuting every day, having some amethyst with you will just help you feel like at peace and aligned. And by the way, you're still receiving your downloads, no matter where you are on the planet, whether you're in an office, a shopping center, commuting, whether you're with kids, you're still receiving it. And then your body's going to tell you when to sleep. Okay. So amethyst came in as a really powerful stone for all of us to work with at this time. So I love that. I've got a lot of amethyst with me. I find it's not too bad now. I find that it used to be so strong. I would never be able to sleep with amethyst under my pillow. I kind of like clear quartz better, but some of you might. And it's also really good for clearing out lower chakra, old programs that we're releasing. Okay. Let me just see. All right. Thank you, everyone. Mercury microwave. I love that. I love that. It is. Oh my goodness gracious. I have to show that. That's so funny. Another master purge wear Mercury microwave. No kidding. I don't know if maybe you do know, but I'm sure it's back up. But both Instagram and Facebook were down today. A lot of places on the planet. So I didn't get a chance to even post on either platform, because it's not what's the word I'm looking for? It's part of the Mercury retrograde, is that a lot of tech companies update stuff. So I just let it go. But I've worked in tech companies this time of year, and it's been crazy for sure. Okay, let me just see. Hi, Melinda, welcome. Reasonably priced for freeform clear quartz. I don't, Lisa, but you know what? I kind of clear. I find so the crystals are consciousness, right? So they have found me, and then oftentimes I will be in maybe pay, just look for. I mean, you can order stuff online, absolutely, and just ask the universe to bring you something. But also, if you're in a town where there's a crystal shop, I would just pop in there. One, you're supporting a small business, and two, you're rescuing a crystal that has been waiting for its owner. So yeah, so I have just like collected quartz, just traveling around the planet, and they find me. I think, was it last year or the year before, there was a little pop-up store in the shopping mall, and all the quartz wanted me to take them home. Like they were just like, rescue me, Pink Bella. So I did take one piece home, and I'm so glad that I did. But yeah, I could have taken all of them home. But yeah, hopefully that helps. Hi, y'all. Enjoyed the show today. Facebook was messing up. Yes, Kentucky Bigfoot. It was. I have not posted on Facebook or Instagram because of that. So, but that's okay. I posted earlier in the morning. So it was. I'm glad you came to the show. Thank you. Your question was really, really timely about Notre Dame and the bells. TKB. Okay. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I love it. 444. 444 has been a big number for me as well. And so, Lisa, you're the one that wrote about on my YouTube channel, right? I want to make sure that I've got the right person about you've been having some incidents like falling and that kind of thing, tripping and that kind of thing. That is such a Mercury retrograde scenario. Like it's Mercury retrograde. I think it's because our neural pathways get crossed because we're clearing out old stuff. So it's such a time for accidents. It's time for that's what I'm looking for. It's like we're really ungrounded during Mercury retrograde, and when we're not grounded, things happen. So just to let you know that it's been cars can break down, devices stop working, accidents happen. That's quite a common thing. And it is a point. Yeah, thank you, sweetie. So it is a point of don't be hard on yourself. It's not, I know it feels like it's happening to you. So just try and work on just staying present when you're doing something. It feels like we're always rushing. And I just went through a period like that too. My higher self is like, you have to get back to being present. When I'm not present, I'm in an accident. So like I bang something, I trip something, that kind of thing. And then that's kind of a wake up call of like, you're not present. You're doing something, but your mind is somewhere else. So just try and do like breathe, go slower and do one thing at a time. And just know that Mercury will be going direct on the 15th and it should get a little easier. Okay. That's what I thought retrograde can be. Just work on grounding and staying present. So even if, and it really messes up our root chakra. So finding like a meditation, finding some kind of meditation to listen to around your root chakra, or, find something that you resonate with, something to relax at night, maybe root chakra in the morning, and just pay attention to when something happens and just ask yourself, where was I? Was I here or was I trying to do 5 things? So we're learning to be mindful. That's when I had accidents. I used to just rush around my apartment and I was always on the run. And it took me a few bangs of my elbow to realize like that I was not present. It's not always the archons. No, it can be, but no, they're not. It's not necessarily them, but they do mess up. Yeah. Okay. So they do mess up with our thought patterns. That's what they do. Yeah. Okay. So if you rush around a lot, that will be your assignment and your homework to breathe and do one thing at a time. Because the rushing around is what they've programmed us to do in the Matrix. And I was in corporate for a long time and rushed around a lot. And it takes a lot for us to not rush around. I totally get it. So yeah. Oh, sorry. We started wearing copper bracelet recently and really love the results. Oh yeah, copper is amazing. I'm so glad you brought that up, Kentucky Bigfoot as well. I'm going to look into that. I did have a bracelet, but it went by the wayside, but I was thinking about getting a copper vessel to drink out of. Yeah, copper is super powerful, super important right now. Let me just see. I've been extremely clumsy lately, so that explains why. Yeah, it is. I think that because we choose our astrology, right? So I chose my sun sign and my rising sign. They're both connected to Mercury. So I didn't come in on that retrograde, but I feel like that process makes me ultra sensitive to knowing, like, it feels like even with Rob today, I would think a thought would come in, but my throat wouldn't say the right thing. Like my memory, things will just get wiped. It's hard, it's hard for me at the moment to remember details about certain individuals. Technology can be so frustrating at this time because there's lots of glitches and just memory issues as well, but klutziness and like car problems and technology problems big. This time last year, my phone went. I think the one before that, my kettle went. Like there's always sort of something. So I'm just being very grateful for all my appliances right now. Yes. I feel guilty if I'm not getting everything done. That's why I rush. Yes. And I used to be the same way. So you want to work at just loving yourself for whatever you can get done and just know that you will get the rest done. So this will be a good time to like prioritize and just get what you've done. So here's something as well. Same way, like I was trained in corporate. I had to work on so many things. I laughed the other day. I thought if I was even in tech corporate right now, I wouldn't even be able to function. I'm sure the workload has like quadrupled since I was there, but it was so stressful because I wasn't able to work on my home stuff. So now this is what I do. I do as much as I can until I'm told to stop. And then sometimes I got knocked out. Sometimes if there's a solar flare and I'm awake at 3 a.m, I work on some stuff. Then I don't like to do that. It's not my favorite thing. But if I'm wide awake, I use the time to work on some things. Like the other night, I posted on Spotify and Rumble because I was wide awake. So that was just like one thing off my list. Just know the list is going to get done, but that we have been programmed telling us that it won't get done. So that's a really good thing for you to work on. And it's good for all of us to work on. Oh my goodness. See your vehicle too. Yeah, it's this. I know. So just know everything. So I look at Mercury retrograde as like it's trying to get us to our new timeline, and some of the technology, including vehicles, sometimes it needs a little bit of an upgrade to keep moving forward. It's like the light frequency is getting higher. Okay. So I'm so sorry about that. Yeah. Master Light, that's going to be a personal journey for yourself. Everyone is different. And what I'm starting to realize is that, and I haven't looked at it deeply, but I'm starting to realize that different starseed origins need different nutrients. So there's no judgment. I don't sort of say you need to do this, you need to do that. But I did give it up because it was making me physically sick. This is years ago. Like this was 30 years ago. But I started to realize that so many other individuals, like I know other individuals that stopped this for a long time, but then for health reasons had to restart that way. So I would, if you could try it and see how you are, or you could work with a naturopath and see what they suggest, because we all have like different body types, and I equate it to different star systems. So I don't eat meat anymore, but but it was something that I had to give up because it made me ill. But that I had a unique situation, and it was long before social media as well. But yeah, I don't judge what everybody does because I feel like everyone's receiving nutrients for different things, right? Yeah, I know the technology right now has been crazy. Let me just see. Oh, okay. Just see. Wow. See? Yeah, that's crazy. One Mercury retrograde, I was supposed to be on a podcast, and I went to the beach and I had a walk, and I came back and I had a complete flat tire. and the road people couldn't come for like 3 hours. So everything got, it's like a timeline thing. Sometimes I feel like even the technology and the vehicle things happen not in great places, but it's like a redirect. It's redirecting our timeline. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Just see. It can. It can. Okay, so here's my philosophy. You could start to wean yourself off of it. So we've been programmed to believe that we need to have certain nutrients like once a day, 3 times a day. So you could start to wean that's what I did. I weaned myself off everything over a period of time. It just happened to be that what you just mentioned, I had to let go of because it made me sick. And I think I was somewhere and I had something that was toxic. So you could try it. That was a theory initially. But again, I've kind of come through the other side feeling that everybody's got different needs. Yeah. So I actually had, okay, that's good. Yeah. There you go. So you're from an omnivore star system. Good. Yeah. When I started that, I was so young, 30 something years ago. And we carry a lot of judgments around what we think people should do and be because we're young and we're starting to change our ego and move into our spirituality. But what I started to realize was everybody's different. For me, I have made some observations. So I did find when I did eat it that I was more aggressive. And I did notice when I traveled, if a lot of people consumed a lot, they also were that way, but it also could have been how the animals were handled. Plus, I'm such an animal lover. I do offer pet healing too. So I thought it was, I kind of looked at it that way, but everybody has to, we're all here having our own unique experience. And I think that that's important. Oh, that's a good idea. Well, we're having a really good discussion today. Yeah. Look at this. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to get to. Look at this. So he's saying to hold it in your body before purchasing. See if you fall forward or go back, for example. Yeah. And I think, so I've met individuals that were vegans, and this is not like, again, nothing against what your choices are, but I had a couple of friends in the last year that for health reasons they started to have some kind of issues and they needed some nutrients. They had to add some different kind of protein back into their diet. So I didn't judge them. I remember just observing, going, this is really interesting. And both of them were female, so it was hormone related as well. So I think we just don't have, and like I said, I feel it's connected to our star system origins as well. Yeah. Okay, let's look what's going on here. I think I've abandoned my mission, just got pulled into a scene and no one seemed to see me. What scene? What scene? What scene? I think, well, the other important thing, Dean, is like everybody, our missions are changing as well. And many of us are supposed to be on the front lines, and I want to talk about that too. Yeah, we're all supposed to be. I heard from another review that she's using crystals in her car and the car is doing better. I love that. Oh, yeah. So if we think about, especially all the new vehicles, so crystals are in all the technology. They're in all our phones and laptops, quartz crystals. They'll be in all the new cars too. So absolutely. That's great. That's a great idea. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, I won't talk about that. I'll come back to that. Okay. Yeah, just everybody, I think consciously, I think like the bar that we were imprinted on when we were growing up, that we were told that we needed to have this, and this 3 times a day. I think everybody's kind of at a point now where you just want to listen to your body and ask your body what it needs and when it needs it. We don't usually need to eat as much. We don't usually need to eat and consume as much as we've been told. All right, it's starting to get dark, so I better moving on. Okay, so I wanted to just share with you all some really big insights that I had. First off, the message that on Rob's show was we're phoenixes rising out of the ashes. That both Mercury retrograde and Mars retrograde that started last week has been pushing us into a dark night of the soul. Many of us want to give up and move on, and we're frustrated with the process down here, and that's totally normal. We're also, because we're like doing a cleansing and a clearing of multiple timelines, They gave me a color ray. The rainbow rays are coming in as well. So this is leveling up. Her conduits are light to be pure light source consciousness. So with all of that in a mix, it's been really frustrating to just kind of work in all these different realities. So they did bring me that many of us have been going through a dark night of the soul, that this too shall pass. It's about cleansing and clearing old timelines and patterns. Phoenix rising from the ashes. The other message I got is that the archons, so we're awakening, we're making choices, we're leaving the matrix, but the archons are still kind of controlling a lot of pieces of the matrix, and they don't want us to leave. So they were showing me that they can hack in and reset our reality while we're sleeping. So just be aware of that, because they want to drag us back into the matrix as well. And so I just started listening to, thank you everyone. I just started listening to different types of affirmations, subliminals while I'm sleeping, and that's been helping. And I thought that's a gift from Mercury retrograde, because that came to me in the last couple of weeks to do that. And so that's what comes out of our frustration and our anger. Okay. What was the third thing? Oh, a big piece. Anything that's stuck in our root, sacral, and solar plexus chakras is coming up to show us to heal. A big one is poverty consciousness, because we all have it. It's an imprint of in our chakras, our DNA. It was imprinted on our ancestors. Guess what? The archons want us to be in poverty consciousness. They want to reprogram us back into that. So they've been coming through many realities to block resources for star season light workers. So that's why they gave me the listen to the messages and recode. So when you wake up in the morning, you're feeling more positive, and try and listen to something positive in the morning and before you go to sleep. But that's what they share. That's what the Galactic Alliance said. Oh, they know if they can keep everybody in poverty consciousness, that that way they stall the ascension. Okay, so it was another starseed brought this up to me. What if all starseeds and light workers received all the resources and helped clean up? Like, we're going to clear up poverty in our lifetime. So what if we all did that right now? They're like, whoa, we don't want that, right? So because that energy keeps certain areas in a low vibration. And I lived in a Men in Black area where there are a lot of unhoused people, and I had to learn how to stay grounded and focused. And many of them were starseeds and light workers, and they were awake. They were mind blowing, actually. And I was guided to communicate with them and connect with them on a daily basis. So that was really powerful for me. But I thought that's what we came in to do. We actually literally came in to expel poverty consciousness. And so keep working on it. All right. Keep working on that. All right. I'm just going to talk about a few things that I also cleared. This has been such an intense Mercury retrograde, everyone. Like, I cannot wait for it to be over. The clearing has been unbelievable. So we're clearing past lives, present lives, parallel lives, connections with friends, families, homes, workplaces, travel, anything that's been blocking what we're trying to manifest, including abundance blocks, have been huge. We've been shedding old timelines from this lifetime and other lifetimes. A lot of things, if it's a big trigger, is a multi-dimensional trauma. So again, the archons want to feed on our traumas. And so we're being shown right now any blocks that are preventing us from our sovereign right to abundance and joy, and to find, a meditation or a certain way to clear. I've never done so much candle work as I have the last 2 weeks. Yeah. Just lots of prayers, lots of intention, lots of salt baths as well. So we've been clearing relationships, jobs, living spaces. Like, that was for me. Everywhere I ever traveled, 3 big pieces of travel came up for me that I had to look at, and there were some more cloaked implants because I did a lot of travel. I went to live overseas in Australia in 94, 95. So I had 2 visits to the pyramids, and I got installations in those locations. A big piece came in this morning because I was in Africa, which is an amazing trip, and I'm so grateful for it. But what's going on in Africa? They want to keep Africa in poverty consciousness. So they say, how it's like a 3-week period for us to change our focus. So I was there longer than that. And they really worked on my root chakra when I was there. So I did some healing. How do we heal? Through forgiveness and gratitude. Forgiveness and gratitude for the lesson, and then let it go. And so that's big. And that's why there's certain areas on the planet that they want to keep everyone in ultra poverty consciousness. And that's like installations in our root, sacral, and solar plexus. I found some cloaked installations in my house, And so I've been scanning everything. Everything really moved this morning, but it's been intense. It's been like nonstop asking questions, clearing, and investigating. Some of our higher, so part of this leveling up, some of our higher self aspects are not moving forward with us. Some of them, I wrote down, I had 2 rogue higher self aspects, because I think one of my questions was, who on the team doesn't want to move forward? And I found 2 rogue aspects that were disrupting my higher chakra systems. Like they weren't allowing communication to get to source and vice versa. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, like I didn't sign up for this, I'm sure. So they are now gone, and they have been replaced with higher frequency Andromedan and Arcturian aspects. So I'm grateful about that. I also, like, some of the poverty consciousness that I looked at personally for my ancestral lineage was connected to some of both my father's and my mother's side, living in different areas. Some of it was in the US, some of it was in Chicago, California, coming through the ports in Halifax and New York. And then also, of course, there was poverty consciousness in Europe. Most of our lineages go back to areas of Europe as well. Unbelievable. This is just all in the last 2 weeks. Let me just see. Yeah, the main message from the archons is they want constant interference to prevent us from manifesting our reality. They want us to stay in the movie and help. They want to bring in that despair, that unworthiness, like you'll never make it. It's not, right. So that is still going on in our reality. So I just wanted to let you all know that. And our chakras are moving from just being chakras to Stargate systems as well. Okay, I think that's enough. I'm going to do a video on all of that, but I wanted to share with you all about that. Okay, I'm going to have to maybe cut this a bit short. Oh, Amber booked a reading. Okay, so I will just wrap up this video and I'll do a separate video. Thank you, Amber, because I'm going to have to put my light on because it's getting dark. But let me just, maybe what I'll do, because we had a really good Q&A today, maybe what I'll do is I will... What do you all want me to look at? Let me just look at one topic first of all. Do you want me to look at the UFOs in DC? Do you want me to look at the music industry? What would be something that you want me to just do a reading for? My night dream tells me I need to walk barefoot more. Oh, this actually brings up a really good point. Thank you, Amber. Yeah. I walk barefoot in the house, but one thing that really helped me, everyone, is I ordered a grounding mat last winter, and it also has heat and infrared. It wasn't very much. I got it on Amazon, but I had to. We had a big snowstorm. I was supposed to go to my acupuncturist. My back was out. Couldn't do it. It was interference. But anyway, I thought, well, I'll order something. And that really helps me too, because even though I walk barefoot and I do go to nature fairly regularly, yeah, we're always walking on overlays and there's underground cabling and everything. There's so much, EMF interference. So that, yeah, if you can walk barefoot in the house, that's perfect. We can't always walk barefoot outside, but it's perfect. And the grounding mat, I have a lot of other clients that have got grounding mats too as well. Oh, I think I saw somebody say something. Hold on. Can I go up? Okay. So true. Yes. Yes, they can be hijacked. Yes, it's crazy. You bring up a really good point, Maya. There's been a lot of weird dreams. I know we do a lot of dream work, and Mercury retrograde. I've really noticed that the last couple of years. And let's look at it this way. Mercury retrograde is putting us back on a lower timeline and frequency, and we're being shown access points that they can hack in. So sometimes you can wake yourself up through that process. Like in the dream, you can go, hey, I don't want to be in this dream, and wake yourself up. So then you're out of it and you can reprogram it. The other thing is that yeah, it's everywhere. It's like a whole network thing, right? So set intentions to be wrapped in light, and set intentions before you go to sleep where you want to go. Don't just like willy-nilly hang out in the astral. That's what they're hoping for us to do. So set intentions to go meet with your team of light and, study, have a healing, that kind of thing. And when we refocus, it's okay. But I have known that a lot of people are having disturbing dreams right now. And eventually that astral will be collapsed and they won't be able to do that anymore. Song by Cheap Trick, The Dream Police. Yes, I hear it right now. They live inside my head. The dream police, they come to me in my bed. Yes. And you know what? That's the thing. So we think about we listen to positive affirmations, but as soon as we stop listening, they're sending out like subliminal messages all the time that we're unworthy, that we're not worth it. They've reprogrammed our DNA to we can dive into the dark night of the soul. So I was really shown to start listening to those affirmations in July. Then this last little while, this was a gift through Mercury retrograde. Source even said to me, listen to high frequency, either like just sounds with subliminals. So I just made sure I found someone that was authentic, or during the day, listen to very positive affirmations. And yeah, it's a really important time right now to not let them take over our thought processes, but they're still at it for sure. Thank you, Kentucky Bigfoot. Forgiveness and gratitude are our superpowers. Very intense. Absolutely. You're doing great, Alex. You confirm you both have had such an intense Mercury retrograde. Okay. Is there anything else? Oh, let's see, look at this. Amber's on her grounding mat right now. I'm so glad you got one. Yes. Yes, we need that that connection to our root chakra. Okay. I won't look at this today. I did do a reading about the archons. I think I did a deep dive on Rumble, Lisa, but I will relook at it. They're on their way out. But part of it is because there's still a big portion of the collective that doesn't think there's anything going on, and they just want to sit in their lower chakras and not heal. So that's also part of the issue that they want, but they're working on us too. Because I had a great Starseed sister say to me, PinkBella, if we all were on a mission and we all had the financial resources, we could heal the planet. The planet would move into a completely high frequency. Absolutely. So you can see why they're doing that, right? So I don't know when they're going to be completely removed, but a lot of it has to do with our inner healing as well. Let me see if there's anything else. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why the comments can't be liked. Okay, should I do a reading for do you guys want anything about the music industry right now, or do you want me to just completely switch and I'll come back and do that the next time? I just want to make sure that I'm covering everything. They're just saying, why don't I just pull like 2 cards for all the topics, and we'll see. And I'll just share what I know. Okay, so this is for the UFOs. We got Stand Your Ground. So we're in DC. So there's been a lot of sightings on lots of different ships all around the planet. That's to clear. It's part of the process of clearing any fear, any stress about it, because of course we're worried. I did talk on Rob's show. There's a big percentage of ETs that have already been removed since 2020. It's been a process because they've been attached to a lot of people. Oh, by the way, Lisa, on that live, archons are not physically here, but they're coming through people, places, things. They're hacking in, remote controlling, and they're connecting with all sorts of beings. Okay. So anyway, the sightings over DC are not unique. There's been many sightings of many different ships in the last 2 months. It's really escalated, and over lots of airfields globally. And what I got from his show was, it's like the star councils are saying the powers that be down here don't have any right to hide anything from us anymore. We're going to show everybody. We're going to disclose ourselves to everybody anyway. So it's just we're to stand our ground and trust. And we got the King of Cups. So there are forces that are moving forward, right? That are moving this plan forward, whether the powers that are still in charge of some of the narratives, they don't have a choice anymore. Yeah, they're going to go about it the other way. In other words, the powers that be don't have any control over us anymore. Oh, interesting. Look at this. I love this. Yeah, when Rob and I just did the show, they weren't drones. Some of them were drones, some of them are satellites, but recently they've actually been ships as well. So there you go. Yeah, they can't stop us. We are the disclosure. Pentagon denied it. Yeah, well, you and I, all of us know. Yeah, we don't care what they say. No offense, but whatever. I also so there was a piece of information I shared on Rob's show where apparently the CIA came forward and disclosed that there's over 30 million hybrid galactic beings on the planet. And so I asked the question, well, is this like the dark ones, or it's us? So that means there's 30 million galactic star beings that are here. Isn't that amazing? That's super powerful. The other thing is I didn't ask if everybody was conscious or on their mission, but I did ask, and I'll go through this in the next video too, because it's starting to get dark, but I did ask like what the percentages were of the dark ETs in 2020 compared to now. It's gone down significantly. And the big, let me just see if I can read it. The big portion, the only beings that are still down here, like physically, are the reptilians, the Dracos, and some of the DEMONSs that are fractals, but they're on their way out. Even the reptilians are at 50% now. So we might start seeing some of them shapeshift. So we're just let us know. Okay, let me talk about the music industry. So there's lots going on. I won't look at Mr. Puff today because I feel like that story's unfolding pretty quickly, but it's more intel to help awaken the normies and to let everybody understand, like, this story is getting crazy. Yeah, and everybody that you worshipped and you loved is not who they appear. But what I want to share with you is we had Taylor Swift. I'm going to call her Swift from now on. She was just in Vancouver, and she came in, she had I didn't know that. She had 3 shows here, but what I started to see was people were being attacked during the day in the city. So some cities are like that, but Vancouver's not like that. And I've been gridding and working. I lived in the city twice. I've been gridding. I have no problem going in there. This is broad daylight, like in front of a hotel and all. Like, this is when things start to happen one after another. Then I asked, are there dark portals that have opened? Yeah. Then it correlated with her big crew with all the equipment. They set up these light installations all over the city. So on the surface, it looks like it's high vibe. Behind the scenes, I had nausea. I could see with all of the dark unfolding events, like boom, 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 one day after another, that there was something going on. So I had to set up a grid. So those of us that are grid keepers, I set up a grid for Vancouver, and I held everything in space. I called in, light ships came in to assist as well. So it was bad like the first couple of days, but then after that, it started to level out, and she's gone now. So the Galactics are working on closing the dark portals. But that's what I mean. It's like on the surface, that looks like it's high vibe. It looks like it's bringing everyone together. She also was in one of the venues that it's the biggest one here. It's like where they play football, and it's got a thing over it. So I have to go and do some work there as well. But it was, yeah, there was a big looshing thing going on. So this is what I mean. That part is still happening. So I wanted to just give everyone a heads up about that. And let me pull. I love this. No, no, I'm sure she isn't. Yeah, I think she's going to be part of the next narrative as well. There's going to be lots. Yeah, I think I'll just do a whole show on Hollywood and the music industry soon. Okay, can I read it? All right, so I'm just asking about Miss Swift. Okay, so big business, but it came in upside down. So it's going to come, that part of the music industry is going to come to an end. The big shows that are going and looshing and doing all this. This is just one individual. Think about all of them. Think about all the sports venues. Then we got Accelerated Motion. That's one of my Star Alliance cards. So they're very aware of what's going on, and they're assisting. So yeah. And those of us that are really aware, many of us are called to go and do grid work because that's what we're guided to do. Okay, what was the other topic? Was that it? 12 Gateway. Was there anything else you all want to talk about? Yeah. So I looked at that. Okay, so this is your homework, and then I'm going to sign off and I'll start the other video because I need to go turn on my ring light. We are all ETs or NPCs. Yeah. So the piece of information that came, I'm going to do a whole show on NPCs because the piece of information that came in for Rob's show was NPCs are individuals that have no soul. They have no higher self. Some of them are just programmed to be in their lower chakras, so just in survival mode and to create. They're here as the experience to create chaos. Some of them could be our family members, and so your homework is going to be, if you're spending time with family over the holidays, pay attention. Because they are individuals that don't know, they don't even know they're an NPC. They have no idea that they're to expand, that they're to that they have a spiritual journey, and they are programmed. And they're also programmed to cause you problems as well. So just notice, be neutral. And I have a family member I'm going to be taking a real good look at. So I'll get back to you. But yeah, and the NPCs are here as part of the matrix, so they're eventually going to dissolve as well. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I agree. We are all ET, but there's a lot of individuals who've been down here a long time. Like one of the messages I got, both my parents are gone, that my parents were star seeds, but they had been down here through the reincarnation cycle so long they didn't remember. But they were super good people. They had their issues, but they were super cool people. But there's a lot of individuals that we came in as a multi-mission, not do our own healing, help the planet, but also clear the ancestral DNA and help our family and friends remember who they are. Some will remember, some will refuse, and that's just the best thing. But I feel like we all have like starseed origins and DNA, but a lot of souls, don't want to even think that they want to still believe that we're the only living beings in the planet. I think I'll end on this note. Oh, that's not the right one. Hold on. There we go. That explains some of my family members' NPCs. I know. This is like an epiphany for me. Unbelievable. All right, beautiful tribe. I'm going to sign off. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing. Lots of offers on my website right now. There's even a very cool holiday offer for 3 sessions where I work with healing gem and crystal frequencies and rays. One's for transmuting, one's for abundance reset, and one's for clarity and increasing your light shield. So check that out. Message me if you have any questions. Lots of things going on. Love you all so much. This has been so fun, and I'll be back soon. Yeah, I'll do another show really soon. Okay, because we have lots to talk about. All right, beautiful tribe. I made my screen big, so I don't even know if I'm going to be able to sign off. Let me just see. And it's getting dark. So there we go. Okay, love and aloha, everyone. I'll be back soon. Thank you for coming. It's been a blast. Sending aloha.